Your mind is the most powerful tool that you have right now to create the life that you want to live, your dream life, or the goals that you want to achieve. So basically on this video we're gonna break down, and I'm going to show you, because when someone starts talking about imagination, the law of attraction, or how to visualize yourself in the future, how to use visual hooks and turn into reality, it sounds weird and it sounds cliche, and not too many people understand the power of this. I took this visual into this result. I took this visual into this result, and also I took this visual into this result. So I know the photos are not the same. It doesn't need to be the same photo, the same visual into result. Okay, so I took these visuals to start creating the life that I want to live in a very short time. And of course, it takes time, but if you start acting accordingly, like the person that you want to become in the future, you start visualizing and you start using your mind and your imagination to make it super clear and super realistic, that it feels that you already live that, okay, and that you assume that it's going to happen. You know that feeling that in institution where you start, basically feeling that this is something that I already live, it's already happened, and that's deja vu for those who maybe are a little bit lost. So we're gonna start, because we're gonna try to cover everything on this video, and there is 6 sense that I'm going to explain, okay, on this video, and we're gonna go from the least to the more powerful. So first one, taste, smell, touch, hearing, sight, and the last one, which is number 6, is a bonus, is your institution. All right, so it's what I say before, is where you know and you start feeling that something is going to happen, so you start acting like the person that already lives that. So, you know, to better understanding, my journey started around like 4 years ago, and I can tell that I was in this place where you feel very bad, you are unhappy with your situation, and the only thing that you wanna, go is to find a better life and to find a better habits, goals, etc. Everyone close to me, it was focused on all the things with different goals, with different mentalities, and it was something that, for example, if you I don't know, saw these movies where the main character face in this situation where it's very dark, bad, and he's feeling bad with himself basically, and once he understands where this person is, you start visualizing and you start working really hard because you are tired of being in this situation. So you want to change, and you can actually change, as I did it. I'm not special. Like, if you go through, I don't know, social media, people who already have success, they don't have nothing special. They start with a very small goal, with a very small act, and then they start creating, okay, the system, and they start acting like the person that they become in the future. So when it comes to imagination, visualization, these small things, small details that you want to get in the future, could be material things, could be places, could be whatever you want, because I'm a person completely different like you, so I'm not gonna have the same goals like you, and my visuals are gonna be completely different, and are going to play a very different role. Okay, sorry because of my English, but they are gonna be completely different, and they're gonna influence my life and myself, like my mind, in a completely different stage. So with that being said, when you start using these visualization hooks, you have to be super clear, and you have to be like you have to think like the person that you want to become, but not like if you want to be a millionaire and you don't have money, it doesn't make sense, right? So it's more about the material things, because what I say at the beginning of this video, your mind is the most powerful thing. It's the most powerful tool that you have right now to start living and to start creating the life that you want to live in the future, basically. So every single time that you are going to bed, or you are just sit down doing nothing, try to close your eyes, do 3 or 4 deep breathings, and start visualizing yourself with very small details, right? So once you start creating this stage where you are in the place where you want, where you have the things that you want, or you achieve the goals that you always wanted, you have to create this scenario, because your subconscious, it doesn't identify what is real and what's not, and this is a science proof, so you can Google it and you can find it. So with that being said, as long as you be clear and detailed with the things and with the goals that you want to achieve, it's gonna be easier for you, and you can achieve very, very fast. But you have to be patient, and you have to understand that most people, they just want to have crazy results in maybe, I don't know, just 1-2 seconds, or like in a different scenes, like in a movie or like in a series of Netflix. And it doesn't work like that. You have to visualize yourself with small details. That's what makes me achieve what I achieve. Visualize and use small details, and that's where you start understanding the power of the attraction, the law of attraction, the power of your mind, because you start seeing all the things closer and closer and more real once you start repairing to yourself, and you start creating this stage, these scenarios where it feels familiar. And once your dreams start feel familiar, it's like, it sounds crazy, but you assume that it's going to happen one day, and you are working week by week, year by year, to be the person that you want to become. But you already understand that it's just time, because you are acting like the person that have all these things. So it's just time, and you don't have to be like desperate, because when you understand that things happens when it has to, I don't know, happen, you start enjoying the process, and you start living, and you start acting, okay, and having these results during this journey. And it doesn't feel like you are desperate, or you are like tired of not having results, because you start appreciating the small things, and you start paying attention on the small details. So every time that you are going to sleep tomorrow, whatever, you have to use these visual hooks. When you are doing your mood board or whatever, you have to be super clear, because what is gonna bring you to the next step, to the next version of yourself, or the next stage that you wanna be, is where you start using these small details, like the sense that we talk about on this video at the beginning, and it feels crazy, and you start assuming that it's going to happen in less or I don't know, more time, but you know that it's going to happen because you have to believe in yourself. You need belief. We all need some beliefs. And on this video, I know not too many people going to understand the power of this, or maybe if they are going to even start taking action with those small things. But at the end of the day, what makes me live the life that I'm living right now. And every single time that I'm waking up in the morning, I'm saying thank you, and I'm very grateful because it's crazy, such a young age, do the things that I have been doing it, and start normalizing the way that I act, but I never start thinking, yo, this is not normal. You are actually saying some stuff years ago, and you start having those results and those things that you say before with your friends, with your family. And that makes me think about it and make this video and talk about from the deep of my heart that every single time that I was working on my goals 2-3 years ago, every single day I was visualizing these goals on my mind that I was already living it. And right now, it feels weird, and it feels what I'm visualizing now. For example, I want to go to New York. So it's not like I'm every single time, open my book or, my bad book or whatever, and I'm finding flights to go to New York. It's not like that. It's more about that when you start creating on your mind the small things, the small details. Could be the suitcase that I'm going to bring to New York, the places that I'm going to be, the things, the small things that flight is going to impact on my personal life. So this is from my experience, and this is the proof that actually works, because it works, and not too many people understand that. And yeah, of course, you can say that I used momentum, that it was the right time, whatever. I can tell that I started from the zero, from the very beginning. I was broke mentally. And the thing is, when you start accepting the place where you are, is the first step to change your life, because you can. You are not too old, you are not too young to change. Whatever, you can change. The only thing that is stopping you to change is your own thoughts. So what I say on the last video, you have to accept that you're gonna have different negative thoughts, but you have to start focusing on the positive thoughts. And that's where you start visualizing. You choose visualization. You choose your imagination to start creating the place, the life that you want to live in the future. That's how it works. It's not about open your phone and see the wallpaper with the luxury cars, with the luxury life. It's not about that. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna be super straight with you, because what I want to say, what I want to bring to this video is go deeper. Start understanding how actually you can hack yourself and use the visualization and the imagination to take advantage and make your goals happen, and make your life, your dream life, happen one day. Why not? That's the question that I have for you. Why not? I don't have nothing special, and lots of people that are already success on life, they don't have nothing special. They start from zero. So that's the advice, and yeah, that was the video for today. It feels that I'm making improvements with the English. I'm still trying my best, when it comes to talk about these topics, you have to understand that my vocabulary is still getting. I'm still getting used to that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one next week probably. So yeah, see you.